and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't guess by the title, this is going to be a question and answer video. Your questions that I have got either on Instagram or private messaging, so I thought I'd put them all together and answer them all here. So I'll kick it off straight away. How old are you and when is your birthday? I am now 21 and it was my birthday on February 6th. Was Aubrey Skye planned? No, she was not planned. She was definitely a surprise. If Aubrey was a boy, what would her name have been? So I really like the name Elijah, and also I like the name Carter, so she probably would have been one of those two. Do you still speak to Miles? No. How old were you when you found out that you was pregnant? I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant and 19 when I gave birth. How old is your daughter? Aubrey Skye is now 1. She turned 1 on January 14th. Did you have any other names for Aubrey? What was she almost called? So I didn't really have any other names during my pregnancy, but when she was born I really liked the name Sunday, and she was born on a Sunday, so I really wanted to swap it, and the only reason why I didn't was because I had loads of personalised things like blankets and things like that that already had her name on, and I thought I'd just waste my money if I did. So I didn't. However, to this day, I still regret not swapping it. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear is disappointing Aubrey or anything happening to her. How do you find being a single mum? I find being a single mum, it is challenging at times, but I find it quite simple at times, and it is kind of easy once you kind of get into a good routine. How did you lose all of your baby weight? I lost all of my baby weight by doing DVDs. I bought fitness DVDs and put them on the TV on a night time when Aubrey was in bed, just concentrating on pelvic floors and stomach area. Were you scared before you went into labour? Towards the end of my pregnancy, I watched a lot of One Born Every Minute. So I wasn't actually scared, I felt really prepared, but the second I went into labour I was a bit like, crap, it is happening, and I did get just a little bit scared. How tall are you? I believe I'm between 5 foot and 5'1". What was your job before you were pregnant? Before I was pregnant, I worked as a mechanic. I also did a little bit in retail and a little bit of waitressing. Did you have any pain relief in labour? I had a little bit of gas and air in labour, however I didn't have anything else because I didn't want to have anything because I wanted my birth to be as natural as possible. What is your daughter's full name? My daughter's full name is Aubrey Skye Dream Perry. Breast or bottle? I believe that fed is best. Do you have any pets? I have a cat called Miley. I also not long bought a dog for Aubrey's first birthday. However, we had to get rid of her because she wasn't very well and she had medical problems. Are you happy you had a baby, or would you go back and redo everything? No, I would not go back and redo everything. I'm so happy that I had her. I feel like you're not ready for a baby at any age, so this age is as good as any. How old were you when you moved out? I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16. Do you still go to school? No. In the UK, we finished school at 16, so I left school at 16. How many siblings do you have? I have a biological sister and a biological brother. I also have a stepsister and 3 stepbrothers. What is your full name? My full name is Jade Louise Perry. What made you decide to do YouTube? I started YouTube because I wanted somewhere to kind of put all my memories, and I prefer videos to photos, so I thought I'd start a channel and I could watch them back whenever. How many piercings and tattoos do you have? I have 2 tattoos. I have one here, which is 5 or 6 birds. I have Aubrey Skye on my ribs, and I also have a tongue piercing. I had my belly button done, I've had my lip done twice, and my nose done, and my ears done 3 times. So I don't know how many that is, a lot. What is your favourite month or season? So my favourite month is January because that was when my daughter was born, and my favourite season is winter because both of our birthdays fall in winter. Did you do well in school? Yes, I did quite well in school. I got around about 10 GCSEs, all at like a pass, which is C or above. Do you miss being a normal teenager? I mean, I'm not really a teenager anymore, but I was kind of past the whole teenager thing when I had Aubrey anyway. Plus before that I was working a lot and I didn't really kind of act like a normal teenager anyway. Why did you and Miles split up? Me and Miles split up because we wanted different things, we just weren't compatible. I don't think that we were each other's type, so it just didn't work. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I hopefully want to mortgage my house in 5 years, hopefully driving a better car, working as a paramedic and having a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. How long were you in labour? So I went into labour around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I gave birth at 6:45 on the night time or in the evening. So I think it was around about 16 hours. How much did Aubrey weigh when she was born? Aubrey weighed 7 pounds and 1 ounce. What is one piece of makeup you could not live without? I actually don't wear a lot of makeup. I know it doesn't look like it, but I actually don't wear a lot of makeup. But pretty much every day I try and put a tiny bit of mascara on. That's it. So 100% mascara. How did you tell your parents that you were pregnant? I told my dad that I was pregnant over WhatsApp. I texted him saying I'm pregnant, then turned my phone off because I didn't want to know what he would reply. And I told my mum by putting a pregnancy text in a box. Do you love having your own house? Yes, 100% I love having my own house. I feel like nobody is here to judge me or kind of get in my way, and me and Aubrey can just kind of get on with it without being interrupted. Would you recommend having a baby as a teenager or should I wait? I wouldn't recommend it because financially it is not easy, and while you're young I wish that I could have gone travelling and things like that, which now I can't, or it will be harder to do. So 100% I would say wait and do what you want to do first. Do you smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol? I do not smoke. Before I was pregnant I used to smoke, and then the second I found out I was pregnant I quit straight away. And I've not really been a big drinker. I had a little bit of Prosecco on my 21st birthday, but that is it. How old was Aubrey when she started sleeping through the night? I started sleep training Aubrey at 6 months, so not long after that she started sleeping through. What is the most annoying thing that people say to you as a new mom? The most annoying thing has to be when people say, when the baby is sleeping, you sleep. When the baby is sleeping, you can't sleep because you have bottles, you have dishes, you have laundry, you have everything else before sleep, before the baby wakes up, and you have to start all over again. So that is by far the most annoying. What are some of Aubrey's favourite foods? So Aubrey had a phase where she loved cauliflower cheese and Baby Bells. I think she just had too much cheese. Now she really enjoys Oreos. I try not to give them her, but if I have a pack myself, she kind of like has a tantrum when she doesn't get one, and when the pack is empty she gets really upset and she like goes on the floor and starts crying because she just likes them that much. Is Aubrey's dad present in her life? No, he is not. Do you watch any other mom channels on YouTube? I do actually. I watch It's a Buzz World. I also watch the Gardener Quads. And I just stumbled across this new girl called Maddie, and she has a daughter as well, and I have looked at a few of her videos too. Do you get any child support from Aubrey's dad? No, I don't. How do strangers react to you being a teen mom? I think I don't really get it as much because I don't look young, and I mean I'm technically not a teen parent anymore, but sometimes people just stare, but that's about it. No one has ever said anything to me. How did you find out that you were pregnant? So I actually didn't have any symptoms or anything before I found out. I went to the toilet and saw a pregnancy test on the side and just figured that, what the hell, I'll just wee on it. And I weed on it. and found out I was pregnant. I was not expecting that. It was so traumatizing, because I can understand that if you have symptoms and then you know you take a test, it's not as shocking than when you just take a test. So do not do that. Like, please, it's the worst feeling in the world when you just expect to read it and it's have one line and it has two. What do you do to provide for your daughter to get diapers, wipes, etc.? I have always paid for Aubrey from the second she was born. I've always bought everything she owned. When I worked, I had saved up loads and loads of money and put it all in my account, so when she was born I had like loads of money to kind of spend. But if you mean do my parents or anyone else help me financially, no, they don't. What is your dream job? My dream job is actually a doctor. However, I can't do that now, so I'm going to be a paramedic. Is there anyone in your family that doesn't support you? My family don't necessarily support me or not support me, because I've been independent from a young age. They kind of just let me get on with it. So yeah, neither or, either or. What is your favourite show? I love watching Shameless US on Netflix. What else do I watch? I also watch Catfish and a few other things on MTV too. Did you get a C-section or did you give birth naturally? I gave birth naturally. So that is all of my questions that I had. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.